Psalms 132:11, it says, Adonai swear an oath to David.
Okay, so you can go watch the Stitch video, but so basically he explains from what would seem like a contradiction, right? Because in Psalms, the Lord made an oath with David that there would be someone to sit on the throne. It would come from David's own bloodline, right? From his own body. But then later, I believe it was Jeremiah, right? God cursed the bloodline and said he would no longer, take a king from that seed. And we know when Messiah came, he inherited David's throne legally through the marriage of Mary and Joseph, but he did not actually come through that bloodline, right? So what's interesting is if you go to Genesis chapter 29, and this is where Jacob, when he came and he met Rachel, right? And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. Okay. So these 3 flocks of sheep are actually the 3 different seeds of Abraham, right? You have the Ishmaelites, you have the Israelites, and then you have those who come through Jesus, right? The three flocks, which now, there's only one way, there's only one gate, there's only one way, and that's through Jesus. However, now, if you come down here in Genesis chapter 29, verse 9, it says, And while he yet spoke with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them, right? Now, if you go forward and you go to Genesis chapter 49, right, where Jacob's blessing all his sons, you see Judah, okay, and you see he gets the scepter and Shiloh, and we all know that this is talking about Jesus, right? Jesus is the scepter. He came through the line of Judah and inherited David's throne via legalities, right? However, if you come over here through Joseph, okay, Joseph is a fruitful son, because this in the Hebrew it will translate to son, right? And his bow, and from there is the shepherd and the stone. If you go back and watch my video on the white stone, this is Jesus, okay? Jesus is our great shepherd, right? And Jesus is the stone, and he is our firm foundation, okay? Right? And the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brothers, okay? So Rachel kept the sheep, and what that meant was Joseph was not the last. Benjamin came after, but Joseph was, right? God hath taken away my reproach, and she bore Joseph. Joseph was the bloodline that he was going to come through. So he was going to come through the bloodline of Rachel, and then through Joseph. And this is through Miriam's. Miriam's bloodline goes back to Joseph and Rachel. And that's how Jesus, inherited both blessings, the blessings of Judah and of Joseph.